Hello, Gary Hernandez here, and welcome to Cane Self-Defense with Master Gary Hernandez. In this video, I'm going to cover a simple question that was asked of me. What's the best strike to hit somebody in the ribs with? Well, the best strike you can hit somebody in the ribs with is a simple two-hand bayonet strike, and I'm going to break that basic technique down for you right now. The bayonet strike doesn't have to go to the ribs. It can also go to the solar plex and other parts of the body, but right now, the guy asked about the ribs, so I'm going to go to the ribs. Now, somebody may be either taking a lunge punch at you, reaching to grab you. They could be trying to come in like this, coming straight at you. What I like to do is a simple, remember this hand's up for a reason, a redirect, a simple chamber, and then I'm going to go into my technique and I'm going to break that down. So if that person is right-handed and they're coming in with a right hand, and my cane is in my right, I'm going to simply shift or step. I don't care how you want to say it, it's up to you. And I'm going to show you what I mean by shift or step. If I'm in the center line of that person coming straight in with a powerful punch, I want to take myself off center line by simply, I'll use my footwork first, I'll use the hands, and then I'll break it together and then do it on the bag. Is I'm simply going to go 1, 2. Just as simple as that. Now this hand is going to come into play. With this hand up, I'm going to redirect that technique that's coming at me and go 1, 2, and slightly turn my body just a little bit. So it's going to look like this. The footwork is 1, 2, the body shifts a little bit at an angle, because remember, they're going to end up about right here. The hand is going to go into play. 1, 2, just like that. Now that hand redirecting allows me to also bring my cane up and lock onto it. So as I redirect, I simply bring it down, and now I have my cane in a good two-hand position hold. Again, always talking about the horn, not too close to the body to catch it, but away from the body. So now, individual starts to come in, 1, 2, the cane is locked in here, and I go into the rib cage. Hitting them as hard as I can. Now, because I'm using my tip, this is a nice concentrated small area that's going to hurt them. So from here, again, if he's coming in with his right hand, 1, 2, I'm up, bam. Now footwork going forward. If they're close enough, I can just jam into them and make them go like this. But I want to be able to put my weight into it a little bit, so I'm going to step and slide. So from here, it looks like this. Up, and then hit. Once I hit them, depends on how hard. That may be enough to give me time to get away. It may be enough to give me time to follow up with a secondary hit. It should give me enough time to do something. So from here, 1, 2, hit that ribs, and then if I have to, I can swing into their knees. Because if I was going to make this more of a lethal situation, I'll hit them straight in the head. I'll step to one side and I'll smash that face. But right now, I'm trying to hit those ribs. The individual asked about a rib shot. So from here, 1, 2, hit those ribs, then I can follow up. Now, the individual is starting to come with, let's say he's coming with a left. Well, from here, I'm going to step to one side, and I'm going to bring this hand and smack like this. So now I'm going to go and step this way. I already pushed this way. Remember, I want to push that left hand so I can get to their backside. Always get to the backside if you can. That's the best area. It's going to allow you a couple of seconds to get a good strike because you're to the backside. So the person's, I simply push, bring up my cane, and then into the ribs. Now, like I showed you, using my left hand to push this way and going into the ribs, well, I'm stepping the other way, so it comes up, step slide, redirect, cane is up, hand automatically can lock into it, and then I shift. Again, as I step slide, hand redirects, cane's coming up, hand meets cane, cane meets ribs. So from here, 1, 2, just like that. If he's coming with his right hand, redirect it, boom. Again, very important, try to make it one motion. And there it is. I'll slow that down. As I step and slide, as the footwork is doing this, the upper body is working with the lower. So it goes like this. This hand automatically pushed away, and as the cane's coming up, the hand's just meeting the cane. So it looks like this. I'm off the center track, and I strike. Other hand's coming at me, redirect, off center mark, and I strike. And if it's in your left hand, it's exactly the same thing, just the other side. Redirect, catch, strike, redirect, catch, strike. So work both sides of that. Make sure that you're doing proper footwork, step and turn. Remember, that person's coming in like this. So if they're bigger, they're gonna blast through you. You're stepping to one side basically. Now you're redirecting that technique. At the same time, that cane is coming up and then blasting into those ribs. So a good rib strike. Now once I've done that and I come up, how I hit those ribs, again, if he's close enough and I've got pretty good strength, I can just bayonet strike him. If I'm feeling a little weaker, a little injured, I'll come in with full body hit. Put this tip right here, they're gonna feel it. So hopefully that technique helps. Thank you. If you haven't had a chance, please subscribe. Gary Hernandez, I will see you guys very soon.